So in this lesson we're going to be talking about different registers, how to identify them and how to use them. You might have heard these as chest voice, mixed voice and head voice, and I'm just going to explain what they are because sometimes it can be quite hard to tell the difference. Chest voice is lower and has thicker tones, and it's normally the voice that you speak in, and it's normally the register people find more power in. A good example of this is Beyonce's Single Ladies. Beyonce loves a good chest voice. Head voice is breathier and has more of an airy quality to it, normally not as powerful. If you're singing a siren, you may feel a shift or a break in your voice when you get sort of halfway through. That's your voice transitioning from chest into head. Although the sound's still coming from the same place, a lot of people say they can hear it more in their head, hence the phrase head voice. A good example of somebody using head voice is if you look at the intro ad-lib to Leona Lewis's Bleeding Love. And mixed voice is a blend of both. Ariana Grande is a good example of somebody who uses mixed voice a lot. If you look up the intro for No Tears Left to Cry, you can actually hear her switching between mixed voice and head voice. So moving on to exercises that you can do. The first one is register control. This exercise is a good one to start with because it gets you used to singing in all registers and then combining them into phrases, and it's also super fun to sing along with. It doesn't even feel like you're practicing.
Between vocal registers, keep the nas in head voice and the hey airs in chest voice. Head voice first. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Now chest voice. Hey yeah yeah, hey yeah yeah. 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 Now we expand. Na 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 na. Hey yeah yeah, hey yeah yeah, hey hey.
So exercise number 2 is sirens, blending them in the middle. This will help smooth over that break in your voice, that transition from chest voice into head voice. Some artists use this break to their advantage. If you listen to Chris Martin from Coldplay in Yellow, he uses that break quite frequently actually, really exaggerating that break. It might be that you want to use this is your style, but if you can master both, that's just adding more strings to your bow. Ooh. Ah. He. So the last exercise is belting and mixing. Belting is a technique where the chest voice carries over that break into where you'd normally use your head voice. A good example of somebody using belt is if you listen to Beyonce's Love on Top right at the end where she's just going through all those key changes. It's so important that you warm up before you do this because it can be really damaging to the voice if you don't. A lot of people when they belt use a technique called anchoring, which is a whole nother lesson, but it's essentially where you're keeping your body relaxed, shoulders, neck, legs, and you're pushing your weight into the ground. You can even bend your knees slightly if you like when you're trying to hit that note.
With zero constriction, distortion or vocal fatigue. Section 2 acts as a light relief in which you should sing with a soft and relaxed head voice.
Higher, I wanna go higher, I wanna go higher, higher, I wanna go higher, I wanna go higher. Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
wanna go higher, I wanna go higher, higher, I wanna go higher, I wanna go higher. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
So now you know what the registers are and you know how to practice them. Try and incorporate them into songs you know, or maybe your own songs, because it can really change the way a song sounds. So thanks guys for listening. See you next time.